Okay, here we are walking into Inwood Hill Park. There's still some residual snowmen around from the big snowfall. This is I guess a saltwater marsh, which also has some Columbia University facility here. It's part of our waterfront. Come on, dog. I want to walk. Incredibly beautiful area, and there's a dog run down here that we used to bring Cecil to a lot, but we've taken to just giving him longer walks for exercise. And I thought I'd take you along with me on one of my routes to point out the amazingness of this little known neighborhood of Manhattan that I live in, called Inwood. Cecil, come on. Come on, Cecil. When he is ready to cooperate. Bouviers love the snow. It is true. Ugh. And so that is the Henry Hudson Bridge up there, connecting the Bronx. We live so far north here. Broadway is over that way. And if you follow Broadway any further up in this direction, you hit the Bronx. You go over the Broadway Bridge, you're in the Bronx, and not far after that is, I believe there's some colleges up there, maybe one of the Manhattan community colleges, something like that. And around there you can catch the Henry Hudson Bridge, and it connects you over to the highway over here. I guess that's the tippy top of the West Side Highway on that side. This is the hill on top of the hill. So already this neighborhood is one of the highest altitudes in all of Manhattan. And here we've got a little cliff or a ridge. And that ridge there that you see separates all the wonderful walking trails that are kind of in the lowlands here from the walking trails that are up behind the cliff in the highlands. And it's a real trick to get up to that upper area. There's an entrance, like I believe on Dyckman Fields, that connects from down the other side. And then there's an entrance that all the joggers use that goes up around this cliff, goes under the bridge and up into the trails. And then there's a number of really difficult to access trails that will connect you from one of those lands to the other, which is what I'm going to try and show you this morning. And I'm going to do it in one continuous shoot so that I don't have to do any video editing. I know the YouTubers out there talk about how you want to edit the video to keep it interesting, but my trick, and everyone's different things work for different YouTubers. Interestingly, I'm watching someone named Aqua Luna, who is like a girl who is going through the YouTube, I guess, breaking out experience. She's up to about 1,000 viewers, and she followed me one day, and I was like, oh, what is this, follower? I went back, and Addie was watching, and she caught on to this right away, and I'm like, oh, well, if this person can do this, certainly you too can do this, Addie. So she's been occasionally asking me to watch this person who does things like dresses up with a duct tape mermaid tail and goes into her swimming pool. And it's interesting. She's giving YouTube advice, which I listened to yesterday, one of her latest videos. And she has a catchphrase, OMG to the E. So if you're watching this, I guess this is kind of a shout out. And so Addie is interested in becoming a YouTube personality, which is part of why I bring her into my videos now and again. And one of my ambitions with her is for her to get to know these woods and explore them just like Daddy loves to do. And the dog walks are a great way to do it. Of course, Addie is not old enough or big enough to walk a 100-pound dog that oftentimes has a mind of his own, and for whom there is no challenge too small to rise to. I guess him and me are a pretty good match in that way, and I try and keep that under control in myself, in my own personality, and I shall endeavor to help keep it under control in my dog, and hopefully that never becomes a trait that I pass on to my daughter. There are, in fact, people who are interesting and worthwhile and into their thing, and then there are those who are, shall we say, the exact opposite, who have nothing but strange feelings for when they see people who are interesting and doing worthwhile things and really into their thing. When the two of those meet, sometimes the results can be, shall we say, interesting. So anyway, here we are at the side of the soccer field, and I am trying to find an entrance which is of interest to the woods. I'm going to walk out here on the snow. I don't like directly passing other people walking dogs, just in case. And one of the interesting things about this neighborhood is that it is allegedly the location of where the Dutch settlers purchased the island of Manhattan from the Native Americans. I believe it was one of the tribes of the Lenape, if I have it correctly. And there's a plaque to commemorate this on this rock right over here that I'm walking towards. And then there's a bunch of ancient caves up here, which is where I think I'm going to walk up to and then stop this video, just so that you had a nice walk into the full neighborhood. And so here's our commemorative rock. Someone lost a hat. If you lost a hat, come get it. No, I won't read the whole thing, but this is it here. According to legend, this is the site where blah blah blah. I'll do another video where I focus on that, but this is up to 8 minutes already, and I figure I want to wrap it up at 10 minutes with you having a peek at the caves, which are right up here. I've never been to them in the snow. We have a Korean War veteran who sometimes lives up here. His name is Sabas. He stops into the local restaurants and sports bars to watch the college football games. I chat with him every once in a while. Okay, do I do this? Yeah, why not? Why not would be slipping and breaking my neck, but I will be half careful, stepping only in not fully pressed down snow so that I have some traction. Cecil seems to be doing fine. Ah, Sabas is home. I'll just push on past. I heard a little radio going. Come on, dog. And you can see this is not terribly traversed, but it's a pretty regular stop or trail for people out here in the woods. I'm just going up to the larger and I guess slightly more interesting cave to look in. It's a bigger one, and I suppose it doesn't retain the heat quite as well. But there you can see an actual cave that dates back a long, long time, where the Native Americans used to hang out and get a little respite from the weather. And that's where I'll stop the video today. I'll take this other trail down and continue my walk. And that's Morningside Heights in the Bronx over there. Thanks for joining me. Hope to talk to you soon. And don't forget to subscribe.